Hello and welcome to episode 46 of the Apocalyptic Knitter podcast. I'm Naomi and I'm coming to you from a very nice and sunny Leeds in West Yorkshire, where I live with my husband Craig, my teenage son Brandon and our little cat Lego. And today is New Year's Eve 2025, and yeah, this is my favourite time of year where I think I prefer New Year to Christmas. I think it's just something about starting that fresh new chapter and all that kind of thing. So this probably isn't one of my usual style podcasts. I'm just going to do a little bit of a roundup and recap on what I've finished making in 2025 and what my new plans will be for 2026. So I do have one finished object to show you from the last episode. I don't think this is a spoiler now because I think it's been out, but if you've been making the Hohilo Catelli's Make Along shawl, One Love, please look away now if you don't want to see it. I cast this off, I've not blocked it, it really does need a good blocking, but that is lovely. It does, yeah, it needs a real good block to kind of stretch out the lace pieces. And I went a little bit off-piste on clue 4, but it's okay because I wanted to use up as much of the skein as I did, and I've got a tag. So the yarn is by All's Wool That Ends Wool, and there, so that is the colour wheel 22 number 9, and it's a gorgeous like all different tones of purples in there. So I might even get this block today actually, because I was quite surprised at how big it is with just one skein, and I was going to make it bigger and use a second skein, but I couldn't be bothered in the end. But I thought it's quite nice actually. I think having a good stretch and a good block will just make it a bit more, like it'll just stay on a bit more. So that is that. I was hoping, with me and my unrealistic, unachievable deadlines, to see if I could finish the Robinia sweater, but I didn't, and that is okay. I've had I think Christmas itself, because I literally finished work, my last day was on the Tuesday, and then it was just bum, family stuff right up until I think 28th was my first free day, and for just the last couple of days I've really not done an awful lot. I've just tried to keep as quiet and relaxed as possible, because usually this is when I get ill, when I just kind of non-stop, and then I stop, and then that's, you know, and I really didn't want that to happen this time. And touch wood, I haven't. So if you've been poorly over this winter period, I really hope you're feeling better, because a nasty flu that's been going round. Anyway, so yeah, I've been catching up with lots of TV. What have I been watching? I've been watching Call the Midwife. They got the Christmas special 2-parter. So I watched one, I'm going to watch the other one later. I've also started watching Mr. Mercedes on Netflix, because ironically that was the book by Stephen King that I got my brother for his Christmas present, and I thought, what are the chances of that? Absolutely love it so far, but I don't want to spoil it if it's something that you've been watching, but if you like all kind of like police thrillers and what's the word, serial killers, just your standard thing, it's really good. That sounds quite dark, really. One extreme to the other. Call the midwife, nice and light and fluffy. Anyway, I'm waffling. So yes, my Robinia sweater is looking amazing. So the pattern is the Robinia sweater. I'll put it on the thing here, by Anne Wenzel. And oh gosh, you use 4 yarns at the same time, so it can get a bit tangly. Look at that. Shall I quickly try it on? I can only try it on for a minute though, because I've already got a jumper on and it'll be really, really warm. I've almost finished the first sleeve. I'm just about to do that rapid decrease. But I needed to change the needle size and I was far too comfy last night. So, God, look at that, that's a stray bit. Eek. It's really, really baggy sleeves, and then you do like this rapid decrease. And it's just really, really cozy jumper. Just if I can stand up. I don't know if I can, because all this... Oh, if I stand up, you can't see me, can you? Oh, yeah, that's not happening, is it? So I did 9 repeats on the body, because I am quite tall. When I did this for my sister-in-law, I did 8 repeats for the body. So I think it just kind of comes up. I think the design is meant to be kind of relatively cropped, but I don't like it. I don't like having a drafty belly, so I like it to kind of just at least cover the waistline, like the belt area, which it does. And then I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 repeats for the sleeve, so it's always like 1 less. So yes, I'm very happy with that. Ideally I would like, I mean, this sleeves, look at that, that's massive, isn't it? What yarn I've been using with it, I've been using the Isaga Eco Soft wool. It's just like knitting with the cloud. This knits up to an Aran weight, so I'm sure you could use like a drops equivalent if you wanted to make it a bit more easy on the spends. This was a bit of a treat to myself when I was in Berlin, so I wanted to kind of do like a statement jumper or like a capsule piece that would be, you know, timeless. And I thought, yeah, I know that I'm just going to get so much wear out of this. I also got for the mains, you hold 3 strands. So this is a silk mohair. So that's like in a lace weight. Beautiful. And then you then hold it with, this was like a 4-ply tweed. And it's the Isaga one again. And then it also calls for a 4-ply merino. And on that one, I'm just using Yarn Smiths on that one. When I did the jumper for my sister-in-law, I think I used the cream, but as an alternative, I used like Serdar, what's it called? Serdar Hawthorne, Serdar Haworth tweed, and that's like a DK thickness. So I just held that with a mohair. So if you wanted to, you know, you can play around with the different fibres and weights and everything. It can be as luxurious or as economical as you want to, really. So yeah, so this is it. So I've just got the one sleeve to go. I love the construction because the neckband's already done. So once you've finished it, you've literally just got the ends to weave in, and that's done. Excuse me while I wriggle out of it. And I was so proud of myself because I did the Italian bind off, which is very time consuming if you ever, it's very time consuming if you do it, especially when you're doing it on like 200 or 300 stitches, but it's really worth it for the finish. And obviously because it's like really dark black, you can't really see it, but take my word for it, it's a lovely finish. So yes, so that is where I've literally been working non-stop on that one. So I wanted to kind of come on and do like a little bit of a a bit of a roundup. So for my 2025 total knits, I did a total of 32 items. So I did 14 pairs of socks. I did 4 jumpers, including this one here. So yeah, I did that one, I did the Submariner, I did my Lento, and then I did the the green Radiate for my mother-in-law. I did 3 blankets because I brought into the year last year the anthology throw, so that was quite an early finish. I did a blanket for my brother, and I did that lovely crochet 3D square one. I did my hoodie shawl cardigan, so I'm classing that as a cardigan rather than a jumper. I did 4 cowls, 3 hats, 2 pairs of mitts, and a cushion cover. So quite a nice thing. So yeah, total of 32 items. My goal, and I say this every year, my goal for this year, I didn't meet, but was to reduce to go out of the year with less yarn in stash than I went in. So I started with 20 kilos and 76 grams, and then I've just totted it all this morning, and I'm going out with 20,576. So there's an increase of 500 grams, which, considering I have bought an awful lot of wool this year, I do feel like it's not so bad, really. But I definitely want to bring that down this year. This is the year I'm having a bit more of a frugal year. I'm really focusing on just getting me finances together, trying to get a bit of savings together, and just, yeah, because yeah, I want to do some paying off a little bit more of the mortgage, a bit more like overpayment of the mortgage. So my son's just turned 15, so I'm aware that in 2 years, if you're starting driving, in 3 years, you know, he may be going to university if he wants to, that kind of thing. So that's when, like, you're thinking, oh god, yeah, I need to kind of ramp up all that. Anyway, that's me. So my 2026 knits, there's a few that I'm bringing into the new year, which is the Rabinia, and I also want to try and work on my blankets, like my long-term blankets, and Remember this one? Yeah, this is my quadrophenia blanket, and I think this is quadrant number 3 or 4. So I'm not too far off it really, am I? Not really. So it'd be good to kind of get that one done. And it's, yeah, the Quadrophenia blanket by Kay Jones from Bakery Bears. So that's that one. I've also, I saw this on Franny Do Makes podcasts throughout the year. So I've took inspiration from that. Thank you, Fran. Where she kind of gathered up like 12 skeins that she wanted to make socks with throughout the year, and she actually wrapped them up and like a wrapping paper, put them into like a big bag and like a lucky dip. And I really like that because especially I have habits of leaving really pretty skeins, like my special skeins, and not using them, or leaving other ones to just fester because something prettier comes in. So I've picked out the 12 ones that I really want to make socks with this year, so I thought I'd show you them. This is the Christmas colourway from West Yorkshire Spinners called Mulled Wine. See some sparkly, and it is a stripy one, but it's like quite a subtle stripy one. So that's one. I don't know with this if I want it to be socks or if I want it to be a Musselburgh hat. So I will make my mind up when this comes out. But this is by the lovely Gemma at Snuggly Stars, and it is called Poison. And I know it's a bit of a messy cake, but you can see there it's like beautiful like background purple with lots of colours in. I just think that'll be so beautiful. I've got, I think this is called Autumn Rainbow by All's Wool That Ends Wool. They do killer self-striping. And I've got a nice little bit of teal that will contrast, so they're going to go together. This beauty from Attic Spin Dye, Can We Just? So yeah, this is like a 50-20 sock set, and this blue is amazing. The self-striping one that I got from Berlin. A beautiful special skein that my friend gifted me a couple of years ago, and I keep saying I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it, so that one's going in my lucky dip. A Knitting Goddess. I don't know if this is self-striping or not, but I really like the colours on it. Very much my palette, so that's going in. The Tonics skein from For the Love of Yarn. Love it. And then, oh, I've got this one. Oh god, I undid the thing and I can't do it. I can't skein it back. From Happy Crow. This is called Bright Pink Night Sky. That just screams Naomi. And I've also got, I really enjoyed making the come on brain, the Flower Power Fun socks for Marie Curie, so I'm gonna try and challenge myself to do 2 pairs this year. And I've got this, which I got in a D-stash ages ago, Nora George. It did come with a little blue mini, but that's been used for something else. And that's mainly yellow with a couple of beautiful little speckles. And then this is my remnants from the Rosy Moments Daffodil Hope, which has probably got about 50 or 60 grams left, maybe 50. and then it came with a green mini which I used, and then this yellow mini, so there'll be a second pair. So I'm going to get them all wrapped up, put them in the bag, and then hopefully first of every month cast on a pair of socks, just kind of have them in the background. While I was rummaging through the stash, I've also bagged up items that I kind of want to do projects for, and I've forgotten them already. Oh yes, so this one, I'm going to actually cast this on this weekend. It's not a weekend. To me, every day is a weekend when I'm off. I'm going to do the exposure top for my cousin, because it's her 50th, I think 26th of January. So I want to try and get it done before then. I'll come back to that in a minute. Because yeah, of course I can just do like a full ply sweater in like 3 weeks. Gosh, I never learned of it. And then that's going to be faded out with this Volmizer skein, like a lovely charcoaly. This one is called, I think it's called Galactic Fire or Glacial Fire. Let's have a look. By Yarn Unique. Glacier Fire. It's really pretty. So I'm going to really look forward to casting that on. So that is that. That's going to be one. I'm also going to do my one. I'm going to use the remnants of that charcoal one, Volmizer, and I'm going to do mine with Yarn Ink. Oh, look at those colours. And this colourway is, apologies, Cancer, or F and asterisk Cancer. And it's just such a beautiful colourway, and I think there was a certain value of proceeds that went towards a cancer charity, so that also really gets my vote as well. So that's bagged up in there. What have I got in this bag? This bag, I know what I'm going to do with it. It's got two beautiful magenta ones in. I'm going to do the Elton sweater by Joji Locatelli, but I also need two skeins of like a floof of some sort. So I'm going to I'm having a frugal year. I'm going to a wool show in February, the one in Blackpool. It's got a small one, so I'm hoping I'll just be able to keep my budget small. So I'm going to get something that will pair up with these, and then I feel like I've got something that's not too frivolous. Not frivolous, but you know what I mean. So that is that. Have we done this one? Oh yeah. I'm gonna, these are all the beautiful minis that I got. And I'm going to make with a purple skein of Volmizer, and this is going to be, I'm going to do a Tiger in the Smoke pattern by Kate Davis. So the purple's going to be the main, and then the yoke works across that way. Beautiful. Highly recommend you having a look at it. And then I cast this on last year, and because I fell in love with the wool, and even now the wool is just absolutely beautiful. This is by The Wool Chemist. Oh look, it matches my nails. The Wool Chemist and it's called Shelob's Lair. And I cast on the gridline sweater and I got this far and I just stopped, just wasn't feeling it. So I really want to, and I don't even know why. I don't know if I was just too overfaced with stuff. So I'm going to try and pick that up again this year. And then my last one is I got this as a mystery pack when I went to Yorkshire Yarn Festival. So this is with the Woolly Tangle, and Craig gave me the money for it, and it was like his Christmas present to me, and it came in this beautiful bag. And then you got 2 skeins, and I might have swapped mine with Jess, because my lovely friend Jess is, her colour palette is like greens and browns and that, and mine's pinks, purples, and yeah, I got a green and it was lovely. And she got pinks and purples. So look at that. It is so soft. It's 50% merino and 50% silk. So you got 2 of them, and she said it would be like 2 of the same. We've got 2 of the same. Now, I don't think I'm going to make a garment with this. I think I'm going to do like a big shawl. And in my stash, this is like a yak base, so it's like equally, I think it's like a single ply merino, but I think that'll go as a nice contrast. So I'm going to do like a big shawl, but I've not got a pattern for it. If you have any recommendations for patterns, please, I'd be really interested if you can drop me a message. So I'm trying not to feel overfaced with all these things that I want to get done. I think I've also got, I might have 2 commissions coming up in the year, one for a jumper and one for like a tank top. So they will be in the mix as well. But as I say, last year I did 32 items in there. So yeah, it'd be good to have a few jumpers done. But no, I'm gonna wrap those up and then yeah. So I'm gonna cast on the exposure top. So my birthday is next week, and for my birthday I'm having a bit of a cinema day because it's due to snow and everyone's fed up of partying and eating and all that, and I thought I love going to the cinema and I like knitting in the cinema, so that's what I'm going to do. And the exposure top for the I'll put a picture up here. The first thing you do is like 2 massive oblong pieces that kind of go over your back and to your front, so like you're casting on like, I don't know, 200 or 300 stitches, and it's just plain stockinette. So I thought I'm gonna get that cast on, so it'll be my nice cinema knitting. And yeah, one of the films that I'm looking to watch is 3 hours and 17 minutes long. So so that is all I've got to show for you. And the reason why I want to do a catch up now is I'm hoping to do some little January blogs. I can't guarantee that I will do it every day, but even if I did it something every other day, because I've never done it before and I just wanted to have a little go. So please feel free to watch any just join what I get up to in January. I think I'm going to leave it there because it's 1 o'clock and I just realised the reason why I feel a bit funny is I've not had any breakfast or lunch today, so I'm a little bit hungry. So I'm going to grab something to eat. I hope you have a lovely new year, however you spend it, whether you like to go out party, or if you're like me and just like to watch the countdown on the telly with a nice dinner. But yeah, you take care and I will see you in the new year. Bye for now.